Don't be frightened, but the title ain't deceiving you, people. They're going for My Hero. That's right, people. Next up, they're targeting My Hero Academia for the works, the treatment that most fans of anime and manga have never really been too enthusiastic about regarding live-action adaptations. It's kind of freaking crazy, people, but yeah, they're already in the works for a My Hero Academia live-action adaptation. And wow, oh wow, because initially you would think like, okay, maybe this will see the light of day, maybe it won't. There's been films in the past like Naruto Lionsgate live action film that still hasn't materialized. So there's been a lot of films and projects in general regarding anime live action adaptations that have been announced beforehand and still haven't seen the light of day. So there's a possibility you would think that, oh, well, maybe we won't see it. However, yeah, the details show you that the studio that is attached to creating it have shown a track record of, no, when they announce something, you're gonna see it and it ain't gonna take that long. I mean, One Piece is live action. Even though it's been in the works for a little bit now, we know for sure not only that it's in the works, but also that it's coming. And now with Netflix being attached to My Hero Academia's live action, there's a high probability when it goes to this one in particular that we are going to see it, because we've seen Death Note when they announced that they had it, even though that was a little bit of a different situation because they bought that Death Note movie that I believe was already done by a different studio. So a little bit different there, but even Bebop, Cowboy Bebop, regardless of whether it was terrible or you enjoyed it, ultimately Cowboy Bebop is another one that they announced and we saw it come, and they also announced Yu Yu Hakusho with a date or whatnot. So we're gonna see this one. We're seeing My Hero Academia's live action. I got the article here. I got all the details so we could take a little brisk look at what's going on. But yeah, My Hero Academia live action. Like, I'm still dumbfounded about it. Like, this is really about to happen right now? Like, seriously? Let's read. Netflix boards My Hero Academia live action movie. Then the subheader says, Joby Harold will write the screenplay for director Shinsuke Sato's English language debut as the manga sensation jumps to the live action movie realm. Wait a minute, for director Shinsuke Sato. Okay, so the director is going to be Shinsuke Sato. I thought for a second they were attributing somebody else to being the author of My Hero. I was about to say, Nani sore? Netflix has nabbed the live action film adaptation of the manga sensation My Hero Academia from Legendary Entertainment, best known for its MonsterVerse tentpoles. Joby Harold is penning the screenplay. Okay, so they're actually, okay, let's get things a little bit clearer here. They got the live action film adaptation rights from Legendary Entertainment. Now, we don't know exactly how much Legendary Entertainment has already begun in the process of this, but basically they're the ones that already had My Hero, and now Netflix is getting on board, probably helping them to get the budgets and things like that that they need, also giving them a platform. But it says here, Joby Harold is penning the screenplay for the live action feature, which will be director and executive producer Shinsuke Sato's English language debut, and will see the popular manga property jump to the live action movie realm. Harold's credits include Obi-Wan Kenobi and Army of the Dead. Was Obi-Wan Kenobi critically praised? I haven't watched anything outside of like the big films, and even I haven't watched the latest trilogy stuff because I heard nothing but horrible stuff. Maybe I will eventually because I'd prefer to formulate my own opinion, but yeah, that's side note. Netflix earlier backed an adaptation of the Japanese manga Death Note. My Hero Academia is a manga that has become a sensation worldwide, having debuted in 2014 and now gained attention in the North American market. It quickly became an anime series. Now it's in its, of course, 6th season. And to give us a little bit more insight, I do want to read this part as well so we understand again what's happening here, because now the situation is sounding more closer to the Death Note live action adaptation, because that one is where they got the rights from somebody else and then, you know, did their thing, and that's looking more like what My Hero is as well, because Legendary bought the rights to a live action adaptation of My Hero in October 2018. The adaptation will be produced by Legendary's Mary Parent and Alex Garcia and takes place in a world where 80% of people have developed power called a quirk. And there's no word on casting for the live action, which may attract a host of Japanese American actors. Toho will distribute the film theatrically in Japan. So this is so strange. So it seems as though it's going to be done in Japan, but they're going to try and make it like an English release, and at the same time it's going straight to Netflix. Very bizarre choices. It looks like potentially maybe contractually they initially had an agreement with Entertainment, and now that Netflix got involved, they're switching things up a little bit. So I'm kind of wondering, like, so are they going to get like Americans that live in Japan to do these roles, or are they going to cast, like, how is this going to work? That's going to be interesting. But yeah, honestly, I feel like My Hero is another situation of a very fantastical type of story that is going to take a big budget for this one. So I don't know if we will see it right away. It'll probably be maybe somewhere within the duration of like how long it's taking for One Piece. Also, depending on One Piece's performance and Yu Yu Hakusho, they will probably determine how much Netflix puts into My Hero, because if they get 2 more flops before My Hero even comes out, similar to Bebop, that did, you know, okay in the first day or 2, but people's, you know, backlash and criticism really destroyed that thing and they had to cancel any plans for a season 2. We'll see what happens. We got One Piece up, Yu Yu Hakusho, and then My Hero will probably come after that. Or maybe it could even come sooner, considering the fact that this was initially Legendary that bought the rights back in 2018. So again, it's a little bit of a more sticky situation with Netflix grabbing the rights, because we don't know how much was done by Entertainment already, or is Netflix going from the ground up in general, because I got really deep within the context of it. As a whole, man, anime fans, gear up, because it could come out great. I still have some decent expectations for One Piece at the very least, because I know the, you know, staff behind that one actually really loves and genuinely are trying their damnedest with it. Also, Oda has said word that he is pretty much like so much on board that he will tell them that's not the type of, you know what I'm saying, scenario I was going for. That's not how the character is supposed to respond to that, in terms of, I believe it was something to do with Sanji. Don't quote me on that, but I want to say there was like a scene with Sanji and Oda came in and said, no. Yeah, him getting a little aroused over a girl is a part and integral to his character. We cannot chop that out. We're not, you know what I'm saying, going down that route. So I believe there was something along the lines of that. Again, it could have been the smoking as well. I'm not sure which one it was, but I want to say it was Sanji being, you know, crazy for the ladies. Like, you can't take that away from him. That is a part of his character. You take that away, now you just have not gonna hit women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sounds like they was really trying to clean Sanji up a little bit. But this My Hero one, I mean, My Hero is pretty squeaky clean as it is. It came to the mainstream as like, hey, you know, this is the next up after Naruto, and it's these kids in classes with morals and values and stuff like that. So I think the trouble will be really what they do with the villains side of things, how they're gonna portray Shigaraki and stuff like that. But I feel like My Hero, in terms of, aside from what Japan does with the villains, how they demonize the demons, you know what I'm saying, like they go overboard with wanting to essentially censor the damn villains. I don't think Netflix would go that far. So in terms of censorship, I don't know what really, it's My Hero Academia, you know what I'm saying? It's not Chainsaw Man, which then when we get to that live action inevitability, that'll be controversial to say the least, because dog, yeah, the main character, he loves him some boobs. But absolutely, let me know what you guys think about this whole debacle of My Hero Academia's manga / anime getting a Netflix live action adaptation, Netflix grabbing the rights from that previous studio. Where do you think that's going to land the series in terms of a release? Do you think it's going to take longer, or they maybe already were in the process, so it might not be as long as One Piece and Yu Yu Hakusho in terms of the release window? And your overall thoughts and expectations for this? I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a high probability based on history with anime live action adaptations that it's not going to be light, nor will it hit the mark. If it does, we will see, because also, I guess now I think about it, it's, you know, My Hero Academia more so lands with Gen Z, and I'm not sure how Gen Z responds with live action adaptations of their thing. Like, Gen Z might protect this shit at all costs, so there's that possibility as well. They might be looking at us like, yo, farts hating adaptations, like, no, we don't care about that shit. This live action is awesome, man. Yeah, stop being haters. We're gonna cancel your haters, toxic asses. Like, they very well could go that route as well. We will see. Bebop was more classic people that, they have their expectations. Gen Z, Zoomers, and all of that stuff might be at a different eyeballing of the situation, and they may love it. So laugh at this one. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. Subscribe and hit that bell to get more. Yeah, please do subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit it. Do me a solid, my lord. Have an awesome one.